Hello everyone. So today we will learn about OpenCV. So my belief is always that unless you practice or unless you do the code, so you will never come to know about a thing, uh, and you will never be able to fully understand it. So if we are working on, let us suppose, OpenCV or Python or any of the technical stuff, no matter how much I give you a brief introduction about that thing, you will never be able to understand that unless you work upon that, unless you code on that, and then you will realize, okay, that is the meaning of the thing. If I try to explain you about OpenCV, that is, it is used for image processing, it is used for video processing, right, facial recognition. So you will just get a high level overview of that. You won't come to know exactly what it does or how it does and what are the integrities of that, and you will not be able to make out of anything. Like whatever I will say right now, you will forget at the end of the lecture. So my belief is always that let's start the code, and then you will automatically understand exactly what the thing is all about. So today we will learn about a very important, like a hot short topic, which is OpenCV. So today we will have a very basic tutorial in which we will learn how to load an image, and how, like the image which is loaded, right, in some variable of Python, and how to print that, like how to show that image, and after showing that image, how we can write that image on our computer. Like first of all, there will be one image, we will be reading that image from the Python code only. So we will be doing it in the Python, and I am using a Mac notebook, and we will be using the OpenCV library. So let's get started. Uh, I hope you can see my screen. Yeah. So this is the terminal. This is my terminal, Mac terminal. So let's first of all create a directory. So in Mac, whenever we want to create a directory, it is mkdir space whatever directory. Let's suppose I call it OpenCV first project, maybe. Yeah, that sounds good. So let's go inside this library, like this, sorry, this folder. And after going ls, there is nothing. Obviously, ls means to list everything, list all files or folders inside this directory. So there is nothing inside this. So we will create one file, maybe test.py, right? So we can use, like you can use the editor also to create any files. Like you can use Visual Studio, to open the file, or the Notepad to open any files, Jupyter Notebook, or whatever that is to work with Python. But I prefer VI. VI is a command line tool where you can write the code. But you can obviously create a file in the Visual Studio or whatever that is. So I will create a file over here only. So test.py is my file name, and vi means that it is a Vim editor basically, where it will help me in writing the code. So when I will open it, so this is my file which has got opened, right? So over here, first of all, what we have to do is we have to import the library of like import the library of OpenCV. So to import the library, it is import cv2 as cv or cv1 or whatever that is, right? So it is putting the whole cv2 in a variable called cv, right? So whenever we have to call some function of OpenCV library, so we will use the cv variable, right? Cv dot something, this function, whatever that is. So our main task, if we will see, right, our main task is, first task is to read the image file using OpenCV, correct? Second task is to write this, like not write, basically display this image using OpenCV, right? So third task is to write this image object, right? Like first of all display this image using OpenCV. So read the image using OpenCV in an object basically. We will be storing it in an object, displaying this image or slash object using OpenCV, and then we will be writing this image object into the file, right, into some new file. We will give it some new file name, and so that's what we will do in this tutorial. So coming back to like first of all we will load the OpenCV library, and then the second thing which we will load is the like maybe uh, just to throw some errors, right? Like if the image is not found, or we are not able to read the image, so we will use the help of sys library to exit. So the first command will be that we will be using img, like img is a variable, and we will be using the cv library to load it. Im read is a function. So imread is a function of cv. Cv means OpenCV, and here we will give the file name, like which file we want to load. So we are doing this first task, read the file. So let's suppose we say we want to load some file name, maybe abhinav.jpg, and this is we are talking with respect to the current directory. So we don't have this .jpg file. So first of all, let's save this first of all, and move some image name abhinav.jpg in this folder. Right now just test.py is present in this folder. This folder I am talking about, right? So I have some couple of images in my downloads folder, so I will copy that. Yeah. Just a second. CD downloads. I think I will have to find some image. Let me find some image. Yeah, I have .png. We are moving this to this folder, and then we are again switching back to our folder in which we were working in. So when we will just let me clear this. So when we will list over here, so one is the kk.png and one is the test.py. Let's rename this because this doesn't sound good. So to abhinav.png. Yeah. So if we will just open it, right? So this looks like this. So this is how it looks like. This is the image which we will be dealing with. So if we will do so abhinav.png, because we had renamed it, and this is our Python script which we were writing. So here abhinav. Instead of jpg we will use the png. We can use any format, like that's not an issue. So here what we have done is we have loaded it in the image img folder, right? So if we will let's try to experiment, right? So we will experiment this, and I have the Python 3, so I'm using Python 3 space the file name. So Python 3 test.py. Just a second. Actually, this syntax is not supported. Like whenever, so I had written this like comments. This is like this is possible in C++, right? So I think it is not possible in the Python. So in Python, we will use this hash. Yeah. And now it should not throw any error. Yeah. So if you will see, this is the output of some random output which is being displayed over here, and this is our image literally. If you will see, this is our whole image which we have printed over here. So now coming back to the script test.py. So over here, let's suppose the image was not found, right? So in the sample which was given in the official documentation, they have written this, that if the image is not found, then we will see could not read the image. But let's suppose we want to show it, right? So we will use cv.imshow. Imshow is another function which is a which let's say give it as name as image showing window maybe, yeah, and comma, and we will use over here as the image. So we want to show this object. We this IM show takes two argument. One is the image showing window, one is IMG. Let's see like uh, what does this do. Let's execute this python 3 test.py, right? So python 3 test.py. I think it is closing, so I think we need to wait also, so that uh, like this is showing and immediately going away. So let's cv dot wait key. So you see over the title it is image showing window, right? And here is the image which is being shown in the OpenCV. This is some sort of window which is designed by the OpenCV, and we can see that it is not our regular like some image opener application. It is a separate application of OpenCV which is showing us this image with the title image showing window, which we had given in the argument, if you remember, right? Uh, yeah. So like this was displaying this image using OpenCV. This we have already seen now using cv.imshow. Now our third part is write this image object into the new file. So this is very simple. So what we will do is let's suppose we say if k means the output which we are taking is equal to ord. That is if we are saying that if we type s, right? So what it should do is it should write it cv dot im write, and it should write it to maybe new Abhinav, okay, new Abhinav dot png. And what is the which object it should write? It should write this object which we have stored, which is the img, right? So first of all let's treat this python 3, and when I pressed s, so it has written it. I had pressed s, so it automatically closed. When I will type ls over here, right? So you see the new Abhinav.png is here. Now when I will open it, right, new Abhinav.png, it is the same file, new Abhinav.png, Abhinav.png. I have written the same file with a different name. So that's the beauty of OpenCV. And the thing which I earlier wanted to show you was let's suppose I am printing the value of k. Value of k is, right, let me type e. E is 101, so it has print 101. And just let me also do one more thing, that instead of new image, let's try to write it as new Abhinav.png, right? So I did now I will type r. Let's see if the file is not here, because I had pressed r, whereas in the code it says that you have to press the s in order to write it, right? So this is a simple basic Python syntax which checks for whether you are right, which key which you have typed. I had typed r, so in this case I had to type s basically, yeah. So let me type s now. Let's see, yeah, new Abhinav.png. Let's open this new Abhinav.png. Yeah, this file is over here. So this is how we read the file in an object. We display that object using imshow, and then we write it back to some new file using imwrite. So that's how much simple it is. That's it about it. And you see right over here when we were let me show you when we were using cv.im read, correct? So this was storing in a like I was saying to you that it is storing in an object. That object is called cv mat object. It was storing it in that object, and when we were printing it, it was printing that whole object. So also OpenCV like this has support for everything like JPG, PGM, PPM, BMP, like lot of like not only JPG is supported, lot of other formats are there also, which we can load like TIFF. Uh, so I think that's about it for this. So what we have learned is this is like object name also you should remember that this is a CV mat object, right? Which we have like we have loaded the image into a CV mat object. So I hope you like this video, and I have tried to keep it as basic as possible. And regarding the installation of OpenCV, so it varies as per the platform. Like, but general command which I ran was pip install like OpenCV hyphen Python, something like that. I think you can easily search that, like how to install OpenCV if you face any issue on your like Windows, Ubuntu, Linux, Mac. You can put it in the comment section, and I will try to help you, or I will create a separate video for the installation part. I hope you like the video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great day.